Hey there, welcome to the Movement Clinic. My name is Emily and today's class is focused on the hips. This is a spot in the body that a lot of people love to work in. Not only is it a place that has a lot of feel-good elements, but it's also super challenging for a lot of us as well, and we tend to be pretty tight here. So a lot of active range of motion, passive range of motion. We're just gonna play and explore and lean into what feels good and what feels challenging. So all you need is your very capable body and a place to practice, and I'll see you there. Okay, so for today's class, we're gonna get started facing the long edge of our mat, feet planted about outer hip width distance. You can plant your hands behind you or let your hands float as long as your spine feels nice and tall. Rock your knees side to side like windshield wipers. Maybe noticing what feels easier and maybe what feels more challenging, the position of the legs. Next time your knees are rocked over to the left, pause. Left shin bone is forward at a 90-degree angle to the knee. Same thing with the back leg. So we're kind of working with 90-degree angles with the knees more or less, okay? It's a direction that we can move in, not a requirement. Walk your hands forward and fold over that front leg. Maybe enjoying a little bit of a compression in the front hip. Maybe you feel this is more of an opening for the outer hip. Just pay attention to what sensation and where is coming up for you here. And walk your hands back. Inhale, lift the knees back up through center and over to the other side. Again, noticing maybe a little bit of a 90-degree angle happening. Walking your hands forward, folding over the front leg. Nice deep breaths. It's said a lot that what's happening in the hips is mirrored in your jaw. So if you notice that you're really holding or clenching in your jaw or your neck, try to soften there. Take smooth, deep breaths. I find in and out of, or in the nose and out of the mouth feels super nice. And walk your hands back. Inhale the knees back up through center and over to the left again. Now, stay upright. I'm gonna plant my fingertips outside of my front knee and foot. You might feel walking back or forward is a little easier for you. Pick your poison. Now gaze at your back foot and begin to lift the back foot and ankle off of the floor. Knee is still pressing down, inner knee more specifically, and you might really feel this in a certain part of the hip. Now, stay or start to hover the knee as well. Good. Slowly release. Inhale up and over to the other side. Plant your fingertips wherever you'd like. Maybe even try floating the arms, right? These are all ideas to work with. Gaze at that back foot. Lift the ankle and heel. I have a strong flex in the foot. Stay or start to hover the knee. And I'm leaning over to the right quite a bit here to help make this happen. Don't worry if you're lifting up a bit, just so long as there's a nice focus on this back hip. And slowly release. Inhale up and over to the other side. Same thing, adding on. Continue to stay where you need to stay or move on as you need to move on. I seem to be migrating as I'm rocking back and forth, so excuse me while I adjust. All right. Hands can be floated or fingertips can be planted for a little bit of help. Inhale, lift the back ankle off of the mat, flex the foot, stay, add the knee. Go ahead and stay. Or maybe start to press the front leg straight. Out to the side, flex the foot. Rebend the knee, lift the ankle, drop the knee, internal rotation. Allow the knee to land, ankle to land. Inhale up and over to the other side. Same thing, continue to stay or add on. Eventually, I'll start to point where you can meet us as we build. So, hands floating, fingers planted, pick your poison. Inhale, lift the ankle and the knee. Stay. Begin to press the front leg straight. So knee lifts up towards the ceiling, squeeze heel to butt, press front leg straight. You might feel some cramping in that front thigh, it's okay. Bend the knee, squeeze heel to butt. Knee drops in, heel lifts up as you press the inner knee down. Lots of internal rotation here. And slowly land the back heel. Inhale back up through center. Over to the other side. Let's just take a moment and pause. Walk the hands forward. Allow that outer hip to release. Or maybe wherever you feel the release. And walk the hands back. So know that anytime you need to release, if you're feeling an intense sensation or cramping, feel free to find it. There's no need to push through any sort of pain, but maybe lean into something challenging or uncomfortable. All right? So here is where we're going to start adding on a little bit. Inhale, internal rotation, knee presses down, foot and heel lift up. Slowly exhale, lift the knee, parallel the shin to the floor. Lift your knee up towards the ceiling, squeeze heel to butt. Press the leg straight. Now, if your knee is still back, slowly lift up the leg, swing it to the front, and plant your foot outside of your front knee. And we're going to twist to the right. Allow your forearm to drape over that front knee. Nice little opening for this outer hip. Inhale, unwind. Squeeze knee to chest, flex foot up. Over to the side, bend your knee, squeeze your heel towards your butt, internally rotate the leg, knee drops, heel lifts. And by drops, I mean gently rotates in, land the inner knee down, and land the foot. Inhale back through center, over to the other side. Good. Now, floating hands, hands planted. Inhale, lift the heel and the foot. As you exhale, lift the knee, parallel the shin. Lift the knee up towards the sky, squeeze heel to butt. Press leg straight. Good. If the knee is still back, everybody sweep the leg forward, bend the knee, land the foot outside of that front leg. Make sure both sit bones are rooted down. Right forearm grabs that outer front knee and twist to the left. Good. Let's go back where we came from. Add on even more. Inhale, unwind. Press that front leg straight. Leg lifts up. Move it out to the side. Rebend the knee. Squeeze the heel to your butt, or however it is that you're going to find yourself back in this 90-90 position. As that inner knee slowly lands, and the ankle. Inhale, knees up and over to the left. Now, making our way a little more fully towards a pigeon prep position. Land your fingertips where you'd like to land them. And you can stay in this position the whole time as we work on this stuff. Or you might start to walk that back leg behind you so that your right heel or foot moves back in line with your right hip. Square the hips to the short edge of the mat. I like to keep my back toes tucked under. If you want to plant the top of the back foot, feel free. No matter what, reach out through your inner heel. Now, hands plant wherever you'd like, or you can float them, but this is going to be very active. So press down into the front shin, flex the front foot, press into the ball of the back foot, lift the knee. Active, active, active. Inhale, exhale, soften and release. Inhale, active, press down and in, hips lift. Exhale, release. Good. Last one, inhale, press in, active. Exhale, release. Now, walk the hands forward and find a little bit of this sort of sleeping swan or pigeon position. Walk your hands back. Shift over the left hip so you can re-bend that right knee. Now, same thing, lift the heel. Inhale, hover the knee. Lift the knee up towards the ceiling, squeeze the heel into the butt. Press the leg straight, swing it to the front, re-bend the knee, land the foot outside of that front thigh. Right arm moves behind, left forearm wraps around the front leg as you twist to the right. Inhale, unwind. Press that right leg up and straight. Foot flexes out to the side, re-bend the knee. Internal rotation, knee dips, heel lifts. Land the inner knee, and then the heel softly lands. Inhale up and over to the other side. Coming into our active pigeon. So, again, you can stay here and press in from here, or begin to walk that back leg behind you. Again, top of the foot plants, or toes stay tucked under, whatever you want. Pick what you like. Again, hands can stay planted, maybe fingertips move back, maybe arms float. Flex your front foot, press into the front shin and into the back foot. So back knee lifts, hips lift. Strong, straight leg. Exhale, soften. Good. Inhale, press down, lift up. Exhale, soften. Last one. Inhale, press down, lift up. Exhale, soften. And now find that more sleeping variation. Now walk your hands back, lift up. Shift over to the right, re-bend that left knee, finding that 90-90 variation with the legs. Inhale, float that back foot, that nice internal rotation. Float the knee, parallel the shin to the floor. Squeeze heel to butt as knee lifts up to ceiling. Press your left leg straight, flex the foot, swing it to the front of the mat, bend the knee, land your foot outside of your right thigh. Left hand lands behind, right forearm wraps around that front knee as you twist to the left. Good, let's go back where we came from. Inhale, unwind, left foot presses up. Flex it out to the side, squeeze heel to butt, bend knee, internally rotate, inner knee lands as heel lifts, and then softly land the heel. Good, now go ahead and plant your fingers behind you and just windshield wiper side to side. All right, so go ahead and make your way to standing at the top of your mat. Oh wow, my mat's really traveled. It usually does when I do these types of movements. Okay, so stand somewhere near the top of your mat or wherever you're moving. Make sure there's some room behind you. Put a nice little soft bend in your knees. Weight to the right foot, left foot steps back. You can make this a short lunge. So press your back inner heel back, feel your back thigh, lift, lift, lift. Strong flex of this back thigh as you lift the low belly, send your pelvis forward any amount. Right hand on right thigh, press forward and down to shift shoulders back. Send the chest forward. And left arm reaches out in front of you and up and back, creating a nice curve from the back foot all the way to the lifted hand. Good. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Now, as you sweep your arms back, lean forward, tap your back foot next to your right foot. Stay nice and low in the low half of the body. Inhale, step back, arms reach up. We're in that high lunge again. Exhale, sweep arms back, tap left foot forward. Inhale, sweep it up, step back. Exhale, sweep it back, step forward. Good. Inhale, step back, sweep the arms up. Now, spin on the ball of the back foot, plant the heel. Come up on the ball of the right foot, turn the knee in, and face the back of the mat or the back of the room. Press that back thigh back. Reach back through the back heel. Right or left hand can be on your left thigh. As you press forward and down on the thigh to send the shoulders back, draw the low belly up and in. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. Good. Left arm sweeps up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms back, tap right foot forward. Inhale, step back, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, step forward, tap it forward. Inhale, step back, reach up. Exhale, tap it forward. Good. Inhale, reach up, step back. Spin on the ball of the back foot, plant the heel. Lift up on the ball of the left foot, turn the knee in. We're back in our high lunge, right foot forward, left foot back, inhale. Now you can stay tapping the foot forward or sweep the arms back, exhale, squeeze knee to chest, flex foot. Inhale, step back, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, step, squeeze the knee up, or tap the foot forward. Inhale, step back. Exhale, sweep arms back, squeeze knee to chest, hold, flex your foot. And now, that same internal, external rotation that we were doing on a seat, we're gonna find here. So, draw low belly in, hands can be on hips or arms out to the sides, or maybe land a hand on a wall or a chair. And now knee in, heel out, internal rotation. Heel in, knee out, external rotation. Heel out, knee in, internal. And heel in, knee out, external. Come back to neutral. Interlace your fingers around that left shin and hug the knee into the chest. Lengthen out through the crown of the head, lengthen down through the tailbone. And slowly release the hands, reach up. Inhale, step back. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Coming through this horse or goddess, come up onto the ball of the back foot, pivot the knee in, reach up, inhale. Again, tap your back foot forward or squeeze your right knee to your chest. Exhale, sweep arms back, lift the knee, strong foot. Inhale, step it back, reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms back, lift knee. Inhale, step it back, reach up. Exhale, everybody squeeze this knee up and in. Arms wherever you need for balance. Flex to your flexed foot. Good, heel out, knee in, internal rotation. Heel in, knee out, external. Heel out, knee in, internal. Heel in, knee out, external. Come back to neutral. Interlace your fingers around the shin as you hug the knee in. Lift the ears away from the shoulders. Lengthen your tailbone down. So try not to hunch in here. You can bend the standing leg, but long, straight spine. Good. And slowly release the foot. Step your right foot next to your left. Shake it out for a moment. And go ahead and stand in Tadasana. Close your eyes. Take in any of the sensations that are happening in your hips. Maybe there's a sense of relief, a sense of letting go. Maybe it all feels crappy and horrible. Either way, cool. Let's get things moving. So, go ahead and reopen your eyes. Join me again. We're standing however you would like to stand. I'm facing the back of my mat in my room. Now, feet are still hip width distance. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, sit back, chair pose. Hug your outer hips in towards one another. Draw the low belly in. Weight is in your heels, but connect down into the balls of the feet. So as the butt goes back and the heart stretches forward, we have sort of these opposing forces that are helping us to balance. Take another inhale. Exhale, fold forward, let go. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep the arms forward and up. Sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Pause. Good. Pick up your right foot, step it back. We're in that high lunge. Left leg forward, right leg back. Reach up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Squeeze your knee to your chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, sweep arms back, knee to chest. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, sweep the arms back, knee to chest, pause. Hands on hips perhaps, or side to side, or find something to help you balance. Knee in, heel out, internally rotate. Heel in, knee out, externally rotate. Now, place your right ankle on top of your left thigh above your knee. Sit back, chair pose in a figure four. Again, hands can be on hips. If you want the extra challenge, you can reach your arms up and overhead. No matter what, right foot is flexed. Hugging your outer left hip in, belly in, hips back. So make sure the knee isn't just moving forward. That takes it out of the hip. We want to try to get as much length in the spine and almost like our ribs could touch our front shin bone and calf someday. Good. Inhale stands us up, right knee to chest, reach up, step back, spin on the ball of that back foot, plant the heel, lift up onto the ball of now the left foot. Knee pivots in, high lunge, other side, reach up, inhale. Exhale, sweep arms back, squeeze knee to chest. Inhale, step it back, reach up. Exhale, knee to chest, arms sweep back. Inhale, step back, reach up. Exhale, arms sweep back, maybe grab hips, squeeze knee to chest, flex your foot, hold. And knee in, heel out, internally rotate. Heel in, knee out, externally rotate, hold. Cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh. Again, chair pose in the lower half of the body. Well, actually in the whole body. Just taking a different shape with the legs. So hips back, shoulders forward. Strong flex of this front foot. Arms can be in whatever variation you'd like. You can have them active, reaching up by the ears. Maybe you take your left hand and sort of gently coerce, coax, guide. I think coaxing and guiding is a little bit more gentle than coercing. Anyway, go ahead and press that knee out. And then pause wherever you'd like to pause. Inhale, slowly stand on up, reach up, and step back. Pivot on that back foot, land the heels, and press the legs straight. Hands on hips, turn your toes in so that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat. Lift the kneecaps, so really strong flex in the thighs. Send the weight to the balls of the feet and press your thigh bones back, press hips back as you hinge forward, fold forward. Take a couple moments here. Again, weight in the balls of the feet without lifting the heels. Press your inner thighs back. Feel your low back and your butt kind of widen. Good. Now, plant fingertips underneath your shoulders. Lift up halfway. Turn your toes out, heels in. Now you may need to adjust the space in between your feet. Just be mindful as we move through this as what you need to do to take care of you. Draw belly in. Keep squeezing those low ribs in towards one another so we're not just flaring and dumping everything forward in the guts. We're hugging up and in as though maybe someone were cinching a corset around us. Now bend your left knee. Toes are turned out towards these outer corners of the mat. Bend your left knee, sink your left hip to your left heel. You can walk your hands over to the left if you need. Squeeze your heels together as you walk over to the other side. Right knee bends, hip sinks to heel as the left leg presses straight. And again, squeeze heels together, inhale, over to the other side. Maybe you start to get lower. Maybe you begin to flex the right toes to point up. Hands can stay planted. Now squeeze your heels together, inhale, over to the other side. Again, stay with hands down, stay as high as you need to. Maybe sink your right hip a little lower as left toes flex up. Last time each side, see if you can increase the challenge, increase the strength as we move through this. Squeeze heels together, Skandasana to the left. Oi. Bend left knee, left hip sinks, right toes flex. Again, inhale, squeeze heels together. Right knee bends, right hip sinks, left toes flex. Good. Now we're going to pause in between these. Allow your hips to land. Or you just kind of walk your hands back and sink. Right knee presses in. We're in this sort of internal rotation that we've been finding. Flex your left toes if you need to help protect any feelings of discomfort in the ankle. Left toes flex back towards your face. Draw the belly in, absorb the low ribs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward over that leg. Any amount. Good. Walk it back. Lift your right knee back up. Now here's where the fun part starts. We've got to hike our hips up and our butt up off of the mat again so that we can do this to the other side. So how do we do this? You can just press down into the hands and help pick yourself up, right? You could also press down into your left heel and your right heel as you really reach forward to help lift up. So you gotta draw the belly in, you gotta reach forward, kind of send your energy forward as you use the feet to help elevate your body. And inhale, squeeze your heels together, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Again, using your hands, or don't. Flex right toes up towards the sky. Slowly land on that right hip. Roll the left knee in, sit up nice and tall, reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Really reach out through that inner right heel, flex toes back towards your face, draw belly away from your right thigh. And walk hands back. Inhale. All right, now for the hoist. Bring that left knee back up, replant that left foot. Really active feet, really active legs, draw the belly in, reach forward. Usually one side's harder than the other. This is usually the side I struggle with, so enjoy. As you inhale, press into the feet. Bend your right knee, left leg presses straight. Plant your palms or fingertips at the front of the mat. Step forward, fold forward. Toe heel your feet as wide as your sticky mat. Ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, soft bend in the knees. Make that bend as generous as you would like. Good. Now, release your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. You might turn your toes out slightly and your heels in slightly. You might leave your toes pointing straight forward. The orientation of your feet will very much depend on the structure of your hip socket. So, just know that there's a that thing there to consider. So the same shape, or the shape that I'm making may not be the same shape that you're making, especially when it comes to the direction that your toes point. My toes tend to go slightly out, heels in. Sink your hips to your heels, deep squat or as deep as you are getting. Now, here's where a little balance comes into play or not. So we're going to kind of shift and find internal and external rotation with the hips, but with this lifted variation. So with our butt not down, a little bit more gravity and weight coming into those heels. But if that just feels really crappy for you, totally get it, because not all of these things work for everyone, or maybe your ankles don't have the flexibility or strength or what the hell ever. Just go ahead and sit back down, right? And have wide feet and come back to this, right? One is not greater than the other, just lots of options here to increase, challenge, or decrease. And really what's challenging for everyone is different. So again, wherever you need the hands for balance, I'm just gonna float mine out. Right knee slowly plants in and come up. Left knee slowly comes in, internal rotation, and come on up. Other side, I'm gonna do this 3 times on each side. All right, now we're gonna do the other way. And this is gonna be more of a limited range of motion, at least for me. So I'm gonna roll to the outer edge of my left ankle and really turn my left knee out and come back. And roll to the outer edge of my right foot, flexed foot, knee out, and come back. And left, and come back, and right, and come back. Last one. Side to side. Good. From here, if you're not already sitting, go ahead and sit. Oh. Let's come into this 90-90 degree variation with the legs again. So right shin bone forward, left shin bone parallel to the long edge of that mat. Both feet are flexed. From here, stay. Walk the hands forward, fold forward, or maybe find that pigeon pose or pigeon prep. Left foot squares behind the left hip. Really find an active position first. pressing down into that front shin bone, into the back foot, so that you can really feel what provides the most opening. And then maybe release. Maybe find an active press again as you inhale, and exhale, release. Press in as you inhale, exhale, release. And choose to stay active or maybe passive. I'm going for passive in this moment. It feels a little better for me. Just today. Sometimes I muscle my way through the day. Today feels like it needs a little bit more of this passive, relaxed energy. And go ahead and walk your hands back. Shift over to the right hip, rebend your left knee. Inhale, lift the knees back up to the sky, roll over to the other side, left shin in front. Again, option is to stay right here and just walk your hands forward and kind of fold forward here, or square that left leg behind you, or right leg behind you, lengthen the right toes back. Again, press into the foot and the shin, inhale, active. Exhale, soften for passive. Press into the shin and the back foot, inhale. And exhale as you release. Again, active. One last time, press down, lift hips. Exhale to soften. Good. And if you want to stay active, stay active. I am, again, not having it today. Soften the space between your shoulder blades, the back of your heart, so that your chest can melt towards the mat. Soften your jaw, soften your gaze, maybe even close your eyes here. Good. And walk your hands back. Shift over to the left, bend that right knee, and swing your foot to the top of the mat or forward so that you can lie onto your back. Make sure your shoulder blades are underneath you and down the back. And hug both knees in towards your chest for happy baby. So thighs outside of the ribs, knees actually pointing more towards your armpits than your chest. And then option here, as you bring the soles of your feet to face up to the sky, with your ankles stacked over your knees, grab the backs of your thighs underneath your knees, grab your ankles, maybe the outer edges of your feet. Pull down, gently press down on whatever you're hanging on to. And then press your legs back into the resistance of your hands and notice what happens with the compression in your hip flexors, maybe with the length of your low back. Good. And slowly release. Let those legs go long. Make your way into Shavasana. Again, readjust those shoulders and shoulder blades. Palms flip up to face the sky. Neck is soft, jaw is soft, eyes sink. Let go of any effort at all here. And I will leave you here as long as your day allows for you to be in your Shavasana. Please stay as long as you can and feels valuable. And I'll see you next time. Namaste.